The next recipient of the Silver Dedicated Angel Award founded the Bethel African Methodist Episcopal Church in Philadelphia in 1816. Welcome, Bishop Richard Allen.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
So, Right Reverend Allen, I know that you had a rough start as you were born into a slave-holding family. How did religion change your life?
Well, I surrendered myself to Jesus and have been blessed. But it was the commitment of Freeborg Garrickson who encouraged slave owners to emancipate their slaves, and he spoke with my master Stokely. Stokely was so touched by this declaration that he began to conceptually think about freeing his slaves. I then purchased my freedom for $2,000.
Wow, so what did you do with your newfound freedom?
Well, I taught myself to read, to write. I moved to Delaware. I had odd jobs like hauling salt and collaring. I was ordained by St. George's Episcopal in Philadelphia, and I outreached to the black brethren there, the African people who were the long-forgotten people.
So you were accepted by them?
Not exactly. You see, at St. George's, they believe that blacks and whites should not pray or worship together. Yeah, so we pushed against that, and we were opposed and frankly insulted. So Absalom Jones, my brother in faith, we took the blacks out of St. George's and away from that second-class citizenship. And then we formed the Free African Society in 1787.
Tell me more about the Free African Society.
Yes. It's a non-denominational mutual aid society, and we focused on helping the immigrants into the city, as well as refugee slaves, the poor, the widowed, the sick. We made sure that we focused on education and making sure that all of the people knew the economics in the area. During that time, we had a little dissension around 1793, and that was around the time also that the yellow fever epidemic swept through Philadelphia.
Oh, that's unfortunate. So did you give up?
No, actually it worked to our advantage. So back in that time, they believed that blacks were immune to yellow fever. So we volunteered, and we helped move the dead bodies out, pastoring, nursing, and in fact, that work cooled the tensions between the races in Philadelphia. Soon after that, those that wanted to focus more on a religious basis followed Absalom Jones as he founded the African Episcopal Church, where he became the first black priest. Those that wanted to follow more Methodist teaching followed me as I formed the African Methodist Episcopal Church, where I became its first black bishop. We named the church Mother Bethel, Church of the Lord.
Oh, wow. So your church was up and running. Did you get involved with the Underground Railroad?
Indeed we did. My wife Sarah and I ran the Underground Railroad from our church basement. And just recently we had about 30 Jamaican slaves that we helped get emancipated.
Oh, wow. So tell us about some of your other accomplishments.
Well, just recently the black leaders of Philadelphia were asked to set up a defense for the War of 1812. Now, in fact, it ended up that we weren't needed, but we were ready to defend our freedom again.
Oh, wow. So, any other accomplishments that you want to share with us?
Well, yes, I do want to make a point that it took a law of courts to bring about our church, and it's been going well ever since.
Oh, well, you have accomplished so much, Right Reverend. I would like to thank you and honor you with our Silver Dedicated Angel Award, Ms. Flom.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, this is great. I've got a few people to thank. You know, first I'd like to thank my wife Sarah and Absalom Jones, Freeborg Garrickson. I'd like to thank all the members of the church. And of course, thank you, God. Thank you, God.
This is Emily Summerfield saying good evening.